Chase is offering you $900 to open this free credit card. And honestly, I'm really tempted. So in today's video, we're applying for the Chase Ink Unlimited card. The Chase Ink Unlimited card is honestly a pretty simple card, offering you 1.5% cash back on all purchases you make through this card. Right now, there's also a special offer giving you 0% interest on your purchases for the first 12 months of card ownership, which if you have a big purchase coming up, it's not a bad thing. But of course, best practice is to always pay your credit card bill in full on time every single month. One of the best features of this card is that 1.5% cash back and that $900 cashback offer that Chase is giving you is actually ultimate rewards points. So if you have one of Chase's travel cards, such as the Sapphire Reserve, the Sapphire Preferred, or the Chase Ink Business Preferred, you can unlock incredible value through the Chase Travel Program. If you have one of those three cards, you have access to Chase's transfer partners, which can give you more value than 1 cent per point, giving you up to 2, 3, 4 cents per point for all of your purchases, which is incredible, bringing that 1.5% earnings to 3% or even up to 6% if you get lucky. A couple things we need to keep in mind before moving to this application is the Chase 524 rule. Now, the Chase 524 rule states that if you've opened 5 or more credit cards in the past 24 months, Chase is not going to let you get a new credit card. Now, there are some exceptions to that rule, business cards being a really big exception because Chase can only see what's on your personal credit report, and if a card is not reporting to your personal credit report, either that being a business card, which most issuers don't report that, or if you have a extremely new card that hasn't had the chance to get on your credit report yet, you also might be in the clear. Another thing to keep in mind is that Chase will only extend half of your annual income in available credit. So that means if you make $50,000 a year across all of your Chase cards, Chase will only give you $25,000 in credit. Now, I've done the math and I should have plenty of credit that Chase will extend to me based on my income and based on the cards that I have with Chase. So that's enough of me talking. Let's get into the application and see what Chase is going to do with me. We want to make sure that we have the right offer here. So we are earning $900 cash back after spending $6,000 in 3 months. That's what I want. We're good there. And we're going to hit apply as guest. Now, starting off here, it's going to ask for your personal information and just to get to know you a little bit better. So it's going to ask you your first name, last name, date of birth, all your fun stuff. I'm going to fill this out real quick and we'll go to the next part. All right, so we filled this out. It's going to ask us for our address here and our email address, phone number, so just how they're going to get in contact with you, and our gross annual income. Now, the income here is what a lot of people have questions on. Really, just take a look. Chase spells it out pretty simply for you. It's what you earn or reasonably expect to earn in a year. So whether this is solidified personal revenue, including your business, or just projected annual income, put whatever you think fits this the best. So next, it's going to move on to your business information. And the first one here is your legal business structure. So fill out whatever applies to you the best, whether you're a corporation, LLC, nonprofit, partnership. For me, I'm a sole proprietor because I haven't filled out any fancy paperwork for my business. So we're just going to select that. Legal business name, desired business name on your card if it's different to your legal business name. Do we have a DBA name? Now, if you don't know what that means, then it is going to be no. Tax ID type, it's either going to be EIN or your SSN or ITIN if you don't have an EIN, if you haven't applied for an EIN through the IRS. So for me, being a sole proprietor, we haven't filled out any of that. We're just going to use our social security number. And then is your business address the same as your personal address? So if you don't have a fancy office and you're just working out of your house doing side gigs, then this would probably be the same. Your addresses would be the same. Number of employees. So this is additional employees. So if it's just you, not including yourself. So if it's just you, enter 0. and then more business information they want from you: phone number, established date, annual business revenue. So again, this can be projected if you're just getting started in the whole business. If your business is just getting started, you can put your projected annual revenue in there as well. And then it's going to ask for your business category, type, and subtype so that it can get your business code here, mainly for Chase's records there. So I'm going to fill out all this, and then we'll see what else Chase wants. All right, so we're moving on to Chase wants to know if you want to add any employee cards. I don't. Going paperless. If you want to not get mail from Chase about your credit card here, then you can choose yes or no. That's a personal preference. And then we're getting into the terms and conditions. So definitely go through, read this, save a copy, print a copy, but make sure that this is the card that you want and that the conditions and terms are all to your liking. And then after you've read all of that, we're going to scroll down here, the certification, so that you agree to all of this. And definitely, again, read through it all. And then once you have read it and agree to it, you're going to click I have read and agree to the above. And then we move to the submit button. We're going to submit our application in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, it's loading, it's loading. They're working on our request. Thank you for working on it. And there we go, congratulations. So we can see that we got approved. We got a credit line of $4,000 and our APR is 18.49%, but we don't really care about that because we're not going to carry a balance. Now we can see our card should arrive in the mail within 5 to 7 business days. So because I have a business account with Chase already, I'm kind of curious if it's going to show up in there or not. All right, so looking at the Chase mobile app, and this was very quick, almost instantaneously, we have the new card in there right now with $0 balance, and this is the, let's just double check, the business unlimited card. So that is terrific. So that was definitely the news we were hoping for, a good old approval from Chase. So let's move into my data points of just so you can get an idea of what Chase saw. My experience score at the time of the application was 745. Now that's a pretty good score. The Experian app still has it in the green and the very good category. My number of recent inquiries were 9 in the past 24 months, and my total number of accounts reporting to my Experian is 15. And that includes my revolving accounts, my credit cards and loans, and all of that. My credit utilization comes in at a beautiful 4%. It is not the perfect credit report that some other credit card YouTubers have, but it is still a pretty good one. It should be pretty middle of the road, so most of you should have pretty good approval odds on this card. My final thoughts on this: the sign-up bonus should be a pretty easy one to hit, getting that 90,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. Spending $6,000 should be fairly easy with the holiday season coming around and one last payment to Uncle Sam to conclude 2023. So with all that being said, leave me a comment down below on what you think about this card and the other Chase cards. Any questions you may have, and feel free to give me a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this and you like the content that we're putting out. And don't forget, let's check out one of these videos.